I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Seahawks going up against the Vikings. On the call here tonight, let's send it out to our guys in the booth. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are on the eastern side of downtown Minneapolis at the gorgeous new U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Back to throw here. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there.
Hurry up, here we go. 39 now. Look at what this is. 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Fuck.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Little motion now from the tight end. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
They'll drop the throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Ah, yes, this is where the expression staying ahead of the chains comes into play. Good runs like that one set you up well for third down.
Not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. End up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. He'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply... say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown.
Fuck, I wasn't ready. I didn't call that play.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one goes for 24 yards. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Now the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Boom, Landy. Boom, Landy.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second down following the incompletion.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And, oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And many use the running game like boxers do. Body blow after body blow after body blow. You may not get what you want early, but those add up, and by the 4th quarter, you can break a big one.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 32 that time. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Room here to run. He can't bring him down. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this. Shift together here from the D-line. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Back to throw. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 4, and it gives him the 1st. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
No. Check, Patriot.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A nice gain of 21 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And This is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Now he'll look to throw, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. He's going to let this one go deep. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I don't know how you felt about that one, but it almost felt like retaliation, didn't it? Took the sack, jumped right back up, and took a big shot downfield that fell incomplete.
Yeah, 2nd down sack. Tried for the big one on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And ready for 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on the defensive back because if you get any faker move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
They'll drop the throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The play fake. He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
All right, here we go.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 30. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 88 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. There's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Their big-bodied receiver. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is fielded at the goal line. Muscles him off. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
The over.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Textbook defense, nowhere to go for the runner. They get there, they make the tackle, play over.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big two-point conversion attempt.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39, 99, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. No. Check, Patriot.
They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Minnesota first down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, there's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He's got his man on the crossing route.
That's bullshit.
On the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double it.
A dive, which is just very simple for them.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Brandon, I came out of my chair on that one. A lovely looking deep ball thrown. They were just unable to connect.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.
Yeah, you can start it whenever you get a chance.